Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a rivalry for the ages, really, between two of the biggest names in technology, Elon Musk and Sam Altman.
So, what happens when two of the most powerful people in AI just go at it in public? Well, that's what we're untangling today. This explosive social media feud between Elon Musk, from X and XAI, and OpenAI's Sam Altman. And look, this is way more than just a few angry posts. This is a very, very public fight for the future of AI itself.
Okay, so our story kicks off with a pretty dramatic accusation. That first domino to fall, it happened when Elon Musk took direct aim at one of the biggest companies on the planet, Apple.
So Musk comes out swinging, right? He claims Apple is illegally rigging its App Store rankings to push ChatGPT to the top. And he didn't just say it was, unfair. No, he called it an unequivocal antitrust violation. And then, boom, immediately threatened a lawsuit from his own AI company, XAI.
Now, Apple's response? It was fast. A total denial. They basically said, nope, our App Store is free and fair of bias. And what's interesting is that reports started popping up almost immediately that seemed to back Apple up. They pointed out that, hey, other AI apps like DeepSeek and Perplexity had also hit that #1 spot recently. Kind of puts a dent in Musk's whole argument, right? But listen, this whole thing with Apple, that was just the opening act. The real fireworks, the main event, that's when OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, decides to step into the ring and fire back directly at Musk. So Altman starts his reply by calling Musk's claim remarkable. And, let's be honest, in this kind of fight, remarkable is basically the politest way to say, are you for real with this? But here's the kicker. He didn't just deny the accusation. Oh no. He turned right around and made a really serious one of his own. And just like that, Altman completely flipped the script. He totally reframed a whole debate. Forget Apple for a second, he said. He puts the spotlight right back on Musk and his own platform, basically accusing Musk of manipulating the X algorithm to boost his own stuff and bury his competitors. A total power move.
And as if that wasn't enough, Altman decided to really escalate things. He threw down a legal gauntlet, a public challenge for Musk to sign an affidavit that's a sworn, legally binding statement testifying that he has never manipulated the X algorithm for his own benefit. I mean, talk about a put your money where your mouth is moment. A very public prove it.
So, at this point, yeah, any idea that this was a professional disagreement was completely out the window. The whole thing shifted from corporate jabs to just direct personal attacks. And it all went downhill incredibly fast. I'm talking in just a few hours, we went from serious antitrust threats to just public name-calling and sarcastic jabs all playing out for millions of people to see. Musk just flat out calls Altman a liar. And his proof for this? It's interesting. He pointed to the view count on Altman's post, saying, hey, you only got 3 million views, but I have 50 times more followers. The implication being that the numbers don't add up unless the algorithm is rigged against him. And then, when people kind of push back on that logic, he seemed to pivot and blame it on bots.
Okay, and just when you think this whole thing can't possibly get any weirder, it does. The chatbots themselves, the entire reason for this whole rivalry, they decide to enter the chat. And the twist here is just deeply ironic.
So get this, in a moment of just beautiful, pure irony, the AIs seem to take sides against their own creators. Musk's own AI, Grok, when asked about the feud, actually sided with Sam Altman. It even cited reports about algorithm manipulation on X. Meanwhile, on the other side, some users managed to get Altman's ChatGPT to say it trusted Musk more, but, and this is a big but, only by asking a really specific, carefully framed question.
So, how do you think Musk reacted to his own AI basically siding with his rival? Well, he was not happy. Not at all. He publicly called Grok's response a major problem and promised it will be fixed. It's such a strange moment, right? We're literally watching a creator have a public disagreement with his own creation.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Let's step back from the timeline of tweets and taunts. Because beyond all the online drama, what's the real story here? Why does any of this actually matter? Look, this is so much bigger than just a personal feud. You should see it as a very public symptom of these massive power struggles that are shaping the entire future of AI. This one spat, this one argument, it touches on everything. Who controls the digital platforms we all use? Can we even trust the algorithms that run them? And of course, the huge, high-stakes PR battle over who gets to be seen as the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence.
And really, this whole feud boils down to one giant question. As AI gets more and more powerful, as it becomes woven into our daily lives, who's actually in charge? Who holds the influence? Is it the creators, the people who actually build this stuff? Or is it the platforms where it all lives? This rivalry certainly didn't give us the answer, and it leaves all of us wondering, what's the next chapter in this story going to look like?